Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. Today's video is about ERN, which is Ethernity chain. This is a fantastic project. We do have a video dropping at the end of this week. I've done this kind of the wrong way round, but only for one reason and one reason only. And that is because of the announcement quite recently of them dropping the Messi tokens, NFT tokens here on their platform. Now, they have put the price points here on their Twitter in the last few hours. Here's a couple of standout points here. So there is one edition of one available for 50,000 US dollars value. And there's loads of other different ones on there as well, which is really cool. So what I would say is this is fantastic. Obviously, Messi being one of, if not the greatest footballers of our generation. When I say our generation, I mean probably for me like the last 30 years or so. So that is absolutely fantastic to see. There's a lot of engagement around this, of course, at the moment. Like I said, I'm not going to go into massive detail of Ethernity because we will do the video, and there's actually some really cool stuff to go through as well, so I don't want to spoil any of that at all. There are a load of NFTs available on this chain, so just to be clear that this chain blockchain is literally specifically for NFTs. So, and there's a lot of staking opportunities and things like that. Like I said, we will go through that in the next video. But what's important here, and going back to the chart for a second, we have seen in the last sort of 7 days that initial increase in growth, and I do believe that is related to these kind of announcements, especially the Messiverse launching. I believe ERN tokens are required to purchase or obtain these NFTs if you're quick enough, of course. So I do anticipate there's going to be still a bit more movement. It's almost kind of weird because usually you kind of like analyze a chart based on historic data and this, that, and the other, and obviously like RSI, etc., MACD. But the reality is with these kind of things, with NFTs, they're so announcement based. It's almost like the charts can sometimes go out the window. So I could look at this and analyze it as much as I want. The only thing I would say, guys, is I'm not going to go into massive technical analysis because I don't really see much point in it. I like to be upfront and honest about this. This token reached 69, just under $70 back in March. Now, that was obviously a bit of a launch program going on with the chain, of course, but we've got them on Binance. There's a couple of other exchanges that are available as well, and various different pairings that you can get them on also. But what I do suggest with this, not so much an analysis of the chart, but to suggest that actually this could go up quite a bit more as we get closer to the launch timeframes of the Messi NFTs. So do keep that in mind, and obviously those that are trading, obviously this is not financial advice or anything, but of course anticipate all of these different launches and drops of tokens as and when they occur, and watch the build up closely. You can see kind of matching up really as a timeline of when the announcements occur and the build up to it. And then obviously as the news develops and then the NFT launches, you do kind of get a bit of a quick FOMO, and then usually an adaptation to a quick drop. Not immediately after, but certainly within the next 24-48 hours, you do see a decrease, usually down to various support lines. But from a trading aspect, yes, we could argue that we are touching on that $20 point on a couple of occasions this week, rejected pretty much immediately the other day, but certainly today we are edging further and further forwards. And of course the next markup here on this particular chart that I've set up is around the $28 mark. So let's see if it gets pushed out, because that's where this would be like trading opportunities. This is where the chart will be really reflective of that aspect. But in terms of these candles, for me at this moment in time, being realistic, is purely around the news announcements of the NFT drops of the Messiverse. So keep an eye out for it. Keep an eye on their Twitter as well. They're extremely active on there, which is one key thing that I absolutely love about crypto asset projects. I'm not invested in ERN as of yet. I was paying attention back in February and obviously it was on a meteoric rise at that point in time, and I thought, oh well, I wonder how far it's going to go. And then obviously everything corrected shortly after March for a couple of months, and I thought, oh, I'll just wait, see if it comes down more, because even then it was still sort of relatively quite extortionate in terms of not understanding the chain properly, but also like I think I was looking at it like around here. So I saw this immediate drop, and I think I was looking around the sort of $20 mark, and I thought, okay, well, it's been to sort of 69, 70, 20 sounds pretty reasonable. That's a really good correction. And then I waited, and I guess that's a good thing, because in hindsight, obviously I didn't know this was going to happen, but it dropped down to $4. And by that time I hadn't really focused on it. And it wasn't until maybe, I think around June time, I started paying attention to it more, because it started going towards $10, and I thought I'll wait around a bit. And then it dropped back down again. I went into other projects, ignored it completely, and here we are with all these awesome launches, announcements again, plus the organic traction of the market in general at the moment, and here we are back at $20 again. So I'm actually intrigued to think, personally myself, not for you guys, but of course do your own research, and this is not financial advice, but I'm now in a position where I was thinking previously, where I thought, oh, that's a good entry point. It did come down. Like I said, it's possible that this does come down again, but more importantly, it could potentially go back up to these crazy levels if it's near launch time, but I don't really anticipate that, to be honest. I think that's just the launch capacity, but we could see some relatively good returns and movement on this token, so let's keep an eye on it. But we'll go through it in more detail, as I said, in a few days time, and I'll do a proper conclusion about the analysis and where I think this will end up in 2021, and ideally around 4 or 5 years, based on chart analysis, more so than the announcement analysis. So hopefully you found this relatively interesting. Please do let us know in the comments below if you're invested in ERN, or if you're very interested in any of these NFT projects that they've already got on their portfolio. And also, are you interested, or indeed waiting upon the Messiverse NFTs? Let us know what you think, and if you are doing that, we'd really like to know, and we will mention it in that proper video coming out towards the end of the week. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. We're nearly towards the 500 mark. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. And that just leaves me to say thank you for watching, and we hope to see Ethernity chain.
Could you please repeat it?
No, I can't. On the moon.